Traction control is ESC off. Pull and hold it up.
What's up guys, this is Mark here from Street Effects and I am currently in a 2015 Lamborghini Huracan LP610-4. Now, first off, this is actually my old car. I sold this to my friend some months ago and thankfully they lent it back to me so that we could make this video. So, huge thanks to Graham for allowing that to happen. Now, if you remember a few months ago, we took this car to a dyno day and ran it up on a roller type dyno where it actually didn't do a particularly flash number. On that day it made 300 kilowatts at all four wheels, I think it was. So that's around 400 horsepower at the wheels. Now that was a little bit of an underwhelming result. We've always been keen to see what it would lay down on our usual dyno, which is the GT Auto Garage place. Now they've got a different particular type of dyno. This one is actually a hub type. So that means you're going to take the wheels off. It's a bit of a pain to set up. It takes about half an hour for each car to set up. You take the wheels off, run it on the dyno, like you got to bolt all the hubs on and off it goes. Whereas the roller type, you literally just drive on these rollers and run the dyno, then unbolt it, unstrap it, and then off you go. So it'll be interesting to see the difference between the figures of both dynos. Last time we got a fairly underwhelming result with only 400 wheel horsepower or 300 kilowatts at all four wheels. Like I said, that was a bit underwhelming considering this car does still run a 10.7 second quarter mile, which suggests that 400 horsepower at all four wheels is probably a little bit unreasonably low. Dynos are typically read a little bit higher considering they don't have as much loss. You don't have to run the rollers and all that sort of stuff, and it doesn't allow the dyno to lose traction, or there's a lot less variables. So typically for tuning purposes and accuracy they're a bit better than rollers in certain ways, but they've got the disadvantages as well. Like I said, they're a little bit more of a pain to use. So we're going to see if we can actually make a little bit more power. Oh, we got a tunnel here. You ready? I love tunnels. Go through that tunnel, I just can't resist. So anyway, where was I? Alright, we're going to GT Auto, we're going to put it on a hub type dyno, and we're going to see whether or not we make some more power. So all we have to do is beat the 400 horsepower at all four wheels, which I'm confident it will. Just a matter of how much, I guess we'll find out. So like I said, huge thanks to Graham for lending the car back to us, and thanks to GT Auto Garage. Alright guys, let's see you at GT. Catch us.
Traction control is ESC off. Pull and hold it up.
Suspension down?
No, oh yeah, suspension down first.
Just press it once so you gotta hold it.
Yeah, it's going down.
Yep. Right.
And now just pull the ESC up and then hold. Yeah, that's it.
No ESC.
so we've actually just left GT Auto Garage, and our results this time are far better than they were last time, so I'm much happy with that. We made 345 kilowatts at all four wheels, or in American terms, that is 462 horsepower at all four wheels. So obviously the factory quoted power is around 601 horsepower at the flywheel, and that translates to around 140 horsepower of drivetrain loss, which could be attributed to either the drivetrain loss or the fact that the air intake temps were getting up to around 60 degrees Celsius. I'm not even sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but I'll put it in the comments in there. So the air intake temps were getting quite high, considering it was cooped up in a little room. Whereas somewhere like this on the highway, obviously you're not going to have such hot air because you've got a lot of airflow over the car. So pretty happy with those results. That's 50 kilowatts more, or just over 50, sorry, just under 50 kilowatts more than we made on the last dyno day. So this is closer to what we were actually expecting from this car. Last time, as I said, I expected around the 450 horsepower at the wheels. So when we got 400 horsepower, it was actually a little bit disappointing, to be honest. So I mean, that can come down to a lot of different factors. Last time was on a roller dyno. The roller type dynos obviously do have a lot more drivetrain loss because they've got to get the rollers moving and all of that. The hub type dynos I prefer as a tuning tool. However, it is a lot more of a pain in the butt to actually get the cars on and off, because you've got to unbolt the wheels and slide the sleeves on, and it takes like about 30 minutes to get each car set up for a hub type dyno. Whereas a roller dyno literally just roll straight on, do your runs, after you strap it down, then unstrap it, then roll it off, and you can smash out a whole bunch of cars in a short period of time. So there are obviously advantages and disadvantages of both. In my opinion, I mean, I obviously think that this is closer to a real world scenario of what this car should have put down. I mean, I can't believe a 400 wheel horsepower car would run a high 10, or even like, I mean, last time we got like a 10.7 at 130 mile an hour as our best time in this car. I can't see that being doable in only 400 wheel horsepower. So the 460 does seem a little bit more feasible. Obviously it's got a very efficient drivetrain system to be able to turn what isn't a huge amount of power into a fairly impressive quarter mile time. I mean, these cars weigh about 1,500 kilos, so they're not the lightest car out there, but they're also not hugely heavy. So we're going to be putting the 35 GDR up on our next video. And so that'll be interesting to see what it puts down compared to this. That's the new Nismo R35 GDR we've got on loan from Nissan via Car Advice. So thank you very much for joining us on this video. Make sure you subscribe in the section down below. We're going to try and do a lot more of these videos. Unfortunately, I've been a little bit busy lately, so I've been overseas a lot, so I haven't been able to do many of them. So this is going to be the first video back for a little while, and next week let's get back into it. Alright guys, have a good one, drive safe.